Today, I'm giving you 3 tips to help make your home brewing easier and more enjoyable. Let's get to it. My name's Brian. If it's your first time here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on the latest videos. If you're returning, welcome back. First, let me start out by saying that the tips given here are my own personal opinions. Any products that I'm linking down below in the description, I've personally paid for and used on my own. All of the products mentioned are only what I've found through my own research. Make sure you stick around for the end of the video because I'm going to share a bonus tip with you. Also, if you've got some tips of your own, please share them in the comments below so we can learn together. Start kegging your beer. I put this as tip number 1 because for me, this one thing has made brewing beer so much more enjoyable. I did not look forward to bottling day, mainly because of the amount of time it took and the mess. But I also did not enjoy having to wait another 2 weeks to drink my beer. So I switched to kegging beer early in my homebrew career. Now, all I need to do when my beer is ready to come out of the fermenter is sanitize my keg and a few hoses, which takes 5 to 10 minutes, then transfer my beer over. I put it on gas, and if I burst carbonate it, I'm drinking it in as little as 12 hours. I've even seen guys do it in like an hour. Go check out the guys at Homebrew for Life, and they'll show you how to do it in like 30 minutes. Get a fermenter that can hold pressure. This sort of piggybacks on the first tip because if you have a keg set up, you have CO2, which means if you have a fermenter that can hold pressure, you can do a closed transfer to a keg. This makes for a very easy, sanitary, and oxygen-free transfer day. There are lots of options out there for this. Some can be quite expensive, but you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a good fermenter that will hold pressure. If you have extra kegs, you can even use one of those as your fermenter. I use the Fermzilla All-Rounder, which is a PET pressure-rated fermenter. I love this thing. Don't get me wrong, if I didn't have to consider cost when purchasing something, I would totally look at some stainless options. Like Delta Brewing has a nice stainless fermenter option for not too much, and those Spike Brewing stainless fermenters are super nice looking, and I would love to have one. Just make sure if you want to do pressure transfer, the fermenter you get needs to hold pressure. Okay, this tip doesn't cost any money at all. Prep your stuff. What do I mean by that? I mean get all of your materials ready before you brew. What I do is get my grains, water additions, even my water ready the night before a brew day. Now this sort of depends on what time you normally brew. Like if you normally brew at night, you may be prepping in the morning. I brew early in the morning, so I prep everything the night before. I even fill my kettle and have it ready to go. Having everything you need set up and measured out before you brew is a huge time saver. That way, all you need to do to start brew day is get your water heating up. And for those of you lucky enough to have an all-electric system, you could even go as far as setting a timer to start heating your water. That makes me a little jealous. Okay, time for the bonus tip. Now this is really geared for extract brewers, but even those of you brewing all grain on a 3-vessel system can benefit from this tip. And that is to check out the brew in a bag method. I started out brewing extract and brewed that way for quite a while. Made some really good beer too, but I wanted to make the jump to all grain. I was really worried that I would need so much new equipment, and cost and space are an issue for me. I discovered the brew in a bag and am so happy I did because I could make the jump into all grain for around $30 and didn't need any new equipment other than the bag itself. And yes, I was making perfectly good beer with extract, but I really feel that since switching to all grain with the brew in a bag method, my beer has gotten considerably better, and it has been much easier for me to develop my own recipes. There you have it. My tips for making your brew day and home brewing a little bit more enjoyable. Hey, if you liked what you saw, smash that thumbs up button. And if you want to get more brew days, recipes, tips, tricks, product reviews, and all things homebrew, consider subscribing. Until the next video, cheers.